Shraddhe Swami Shrimat Chidanand Puri ji, Dr. D.M. Vasudevan ji, Shri Diwan, noted cine actor, Shri Perumutam Radhakrishnan, General Secretary, Advocate Bhavana, Director, Priya Sahodri, Sahodran Mare, Elavarkum Ende Vandanam. I have deliberately left out the name of Justice M.R. Hariharan Nair. Although his name should have been mentioned in the beginning itself. I do not know, Justice Sahab, how to thank you. Honestly. It is not like any other function. What a great opportunity you have given me. Thank you very much for your kindness, but you have always been kind, so it's not really necessary to mention that again and again. You have been always very kind to me. And thank you very much. I am so happy, absolutely delighted, not only to be here, but it's an honor, privilege for me that you have asked me to inaugurate Vidyadhiraja International, a philanthropic, and you have also said social and cultural organization which has been formed to commemorate Sri Vidyadhiraja Chatambi Swami Kal, a renowned saint and social reformer. I would like all those who are associated with this new organization, who have taken the initiative to initiate this body with the intention of providing service and to rehabilitate the marginalized people in our society. Serve with compassion is the declared goal of this trust, which believes that a little help can sometimes save or change a life. The motto, serve with compassion, relates naturally to Jiva Karunya Darshanam, which was the philosophy of Chatambi Swami Kal, who played a crucial role in the events that led to the Renaissance, or we can say the total social transformation of Kerala society. Chatambi Swami Kal lived during the 19th and early 20th centuries, a time which saw the rise of many luminaries like Aurobindo, Swami Dayanand, Shri Ram Krishna Paramhans, Swami Vivekanand. While such eminent seers were transforming the minds of thousands of people in North India, Chatambi Swami Kal, Shri Narayan Guru and others were making similar contribution, propagating the ideal of equality and message of compassion in the southern part of India. Here I feel and very strongly feel that all these great personalities who were responsible for, in a sense, for reawakening India. And they tried to make us aware about the significance of love and compassion. To them, love and compassion were not merely great human qualities which are essential to cultivate, to live, if we want to live a civilized life, then these values, it is essential that we cultivate these values. Almost every culture does that. Charity, compassion, love. Every culture tries to appeal to the better angels. It is the part of the process of civilization. But in the Indian context, there is some additional aspect also. And the additional aspect is, as rightly pointed out earlier, particularly by Shraddha Swamiji, that their teachings flew from the ideals of Advaitvad. Advaitvad means to develop the capability to see yourself in the other and other in you. One in many and many in one. To see yourself in place of the other. Once, the highest Indian ideal, or we may say Sanatan ideal, is integration of personality. Ek Atmata, which reconciles an individual to her own self, fellow beings, and the Supreme Spirit. We believe that each one is potentially divine. The same Brahma dwells in, same Brahma which dwells in you dwells in me. And we are interlinked through that Brahma. Then why I am not able to see that Brahma? Because that Brahma lies buried inside me under the layers after layers of ignorance. When Swamiji undertakes meditation after wearing these ogre clothes, and what is called tapasya, what he does, slowly, he is able to remove those layers, and then Brahma manifests itself. And when Brahma manifests itself, and it becomes anybody who is able to awaken that power, to manifest the Brahma which dwells inside, one who has reached that stage, he cannot make distinction between two people. This is one culture, the Indian culture, which does not talk about salvation of an individual or of a group which has certain beliefs or which expresses its devotion in certain prescribed manner. Great Adi Shankaracharya was asked, who is entitled to salvation? And he said, Manushya Matra Sambandhi Bhi. Everyone who has human element in her is entitled to civilization. If everybody is entitled to civilization, how anybody can be disentitled from study of Vedas or for that matter any other book? How is it possible? And I was absolutely thrilled when I read this. First let me say, but before that, before I come to the subject, let me admit that before Justice Hariharan Nair Sahib invited me for this function and very kindly gave me 2 books on Swamikal, I was not, sir, I am ashamed to say that I was not aware of Swamikal. I was only in Delhi and other places, I was only complaining, particularly in universities, because God is very kind. Regularly I go outside Kerala to address convocations. And in Delhi University particularly, I dwelt at length on this subject. And I talked about Shri Narayan Guru. I said Kerala is a wonderful case study. Everywhere India has gone through a period of decline. We were merely talking of our values and our ideals, but we were totally unfaithful to those ideals and values. And that is why we paid such heavy price. Swami Ranganathananda ji says, why history has been so cruel to us? A country, a civilization, a culture which was known world over as culture of knowledge, culture of civilization based in knowledge, to the extent all over the world people say that the purpose, what is the purpose of human life? To pursue happiness. Our culture does not say that. In the light of what our culture says, Swami Vivekananda declares that the purpose of human life is not pursuit of happiness. It is pursuit of knowledge, Gyan. Why? Because Gyan alone can give you that vision where for your happiness you will not make anybody else unhappy. That can come only when you realize that you are spiritually linked. That can happen only when you are able to train your mind that what goes around comes around. What a beautiful anecdote I read there. That Swamiji was invited by some senior government officer for dinner or lunch, whatever it was. And Swamiji reached there with a number of street dogs. And when this officer felt uneasy and uncomfortable, he said, no, they will have to be served meal. And when they were having their meal, he told him, he said, don't worry. Many of them were more senior officers than you are. What a brilliant, I tell you this is representative of whole Indian philosophy. We have a beautiful, I was immediately, Swamiji reminded of a very beautiful and powerful anecdote in Anand Ramayana. After Ram, Bhagwan Ram is enthroned, Ram Raj is established, he is sitting in his court, and a dog comes there and cries before the Lord and says that I have been very unfairly treated. I have been hurt for no fault of mine. Notice is taken of the complaint. Investigation is made right there. His complaint is found to be right. And then Bhagwan Ram asks, the Raja Ram asked him, what punishment should be given to this man? And the dog says that this man is one of the Mahant of this temple. Make him the chief Mahant. Everybody starts smiling and they question him that have you come here to get him punished for his misdeed, or you have come here to get him promoted to the topmost position? He said, although because of some sin some wrong which I committed in my previous life, I had to take birth like a dog, in the yoni of dog. But the aggregate of my meritorious acts is so much that even in this life, I have a Chaitanya Atma. I know who I was in the earlier births. Though you are born as human beings, but you do not have Chaitanya Atma. Why I should ask for a small punishment that he be jailed or something? I know that in my last birth I was chief Mahant, and because I was chief, there I felt I have no accountability, and when I felt I have no accountability, I committed stupid acts, and that is why I had to be born as a dog. I am so unhappy with this man that I don't want ordinary punishment for him. I want him to to suffer in the same manner as I'm suffering. These are, I tell you, these are not only entertaining stories. They are life-giving stories. If we are ready to learn from these stories, our whole life pattern and our attitudes will change. It will become impossible for us to treat anybody with contempt, not to treat everybody with a sense of equality. It will become impossible to deny the dignity, and never forget that even the Declaration of Human Rights by the United Nations, the whole thing is rooted in the concept of dignity of mankind. From dignity, every right flows. If you are entitled to dignity, how equality can be denied? How discrimination can be allowed? How freedom can be denied? Freedom of thought, expression, faith, worship, everything. How it can be denied if you are entitled to dignity? But Indian culture has gone one step ahead. This declaration was made only in 1948, just if I am not wrong. We declared, this was in 48, we declared 4,000 years back the divinity of mankind, not just dignity of mankind. Which means every human being is potentially divine. How will you behave with somebody about whom you feel that he is divine? I will have no option but to touch the feet of Swamiji. Why? I feel he is a divine person. But my culture is telling me to treat everybody as potentially divine. This is what India stands for. This is what Indian culture stands for. We have Chatambi Swamikal, Shri Narayan Guru, all the other names which I have taken. Why they come? Whatever we are talking about, all these ideas, these values, these great moral precepts, 4,000 years back, more, and maybe more than 4,000 years. 4,000 years I am saying because about 4,000 years there is no dispute. But maybe tomorrow we come to know that this is if I may refer to Quran is telling the Arabs that if you have doubt about this book, Quran means in Arabic book. So Quran is telling the Arabs that if you have about this any doubt about this book, then refer to Zuburul Awwaleen, the books of ancient yore. And most of the commentators agree that the books of ancient yore are Vedas. So it says, you will find the same thing written in the books of ancient yore. So our tradition is more than 4,000 years old. We were told that, I mean, not only, till only about 150 years back, the Europe did not believe that women have soul. They did not believe that animals have soul. And we were told 4,000 years back that women, not only women, they also did not believe that the black people have the soul, men and women. Why? Because if you tell yourself that this metal has no soul, then you have right to exploit it in any manner that you like. That provides the moral justification for exploitation. And what we were told? We were told not only human beings, not only women and men, not only black and white, but even plants and animals and insects, they have a soul. Therefore, if they have a soul, then we have no right to hurt them. We have no right to exploit them. What a beautiful, what it is called? Pilla Talo Lippa. Pilla Talo Lippa. What a beautiful lullaby composed by Swamikal. Kollate erum pine kudi. Tallate pattiye kudi. Ella timul brahmaun. You have no right to hurt even an ant. No right to hurt the dog and see Brahma in everyone. This culture does not tell us to work for our own happiness or our own welfare. I am nich paroveti gana lagu chetasa. Udar charita naam tu Vasudev Kutumbakam. We have a responsibility. We are obliged by our cultural values to think in terms of Jagat Kalyan, Lok Kalyan, which includes everybody, not only human beings, but all sentient beings. And then, I often cite this, that we have, generally religions are known as one religion, one book religions. But we in India, we have so many books that even Dharmraj Yudhishthir was confused and had to ask Bhishma Pitame, shall I accept this view or this view? And what is religion? Religion is wisdom. Life is gift of nature, but beautiful life is the gift of wisdom. Those who tapasa swadhyay nirittam, ever devoted to the pursuit of knowledge. And when you are ever devoted to the pursuit of knowledge, then it grows into wisdom. And beautiful life is gift of nature. But beautiful life is gift of wisdom. And our culture highlights this aspect so greatly. So I was referring to Dharmraj Yudhishthir. So the compiler of all the books of wisdom, he solved the problem. I don't know if Bhishma Pitama was able to solve the problem, but Vyas definitely solved the problem. Sarva Shastra Puraneshu Vyasasya Vachanam Dhurvam Paropkarastu Punyay Papay Parpidnam. If you do good to others, then it earns you merit. And if you hurt the other person, then that is sin. So simple. And who is the other? Nobody is other. You are hurting only yourself. That is the culmination of the whole thing. First, in normal language it has been explained that if you hurt the other, but then if I ask the question, who is the other? Then I was told, Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastani Shuni Chev Shwapake Cha Pandita Samdarshina. The really enfranchised, enlightened person who has internalized the teaching of Indian culture is one who is able to train his mind to see the Brahmin, erudite Brahmin, who has command over the knowledge, cow, elephant, dog eater, who is able to see everybody with the same eye. So, nobody is other. I am so happy that you have created this organization. And if I can be enrolled as your volunteer, then I will be very happy to apply for that. And once again I compliment you. Once again I congratulate you. And you have given me a talking point, very powerful talking point, to speak outside Kerala. That we have not only Shri Narayan Guru, we have Chatambi Swami Kal as well. And these are the people, unlike other parts of India, where transformation has happened. But along with transformation, lot of tension was created. And Kerala has this brilliant example where tension was created in places where we relied on foreign ideas. In Kerala, no tension was created because for transformation, we relied on time-tested, our ancient formula, that is Advaitvad. Again, I must thank you for your kindness to invite me here. I am very grateful, and I am grateful to all of you for giving me a patient hearing. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Governor. The statements on treating everyone divine and the concept of exploitation was an eye-opening one. life is gift of nature, but beautiful life is a gift of wisdom was inspiring. I invite the President of Vidyadhiraja International, Dr. D.M. Vasudevan, for presenting a memento as a token of gratitude to our Honorable Governor, Sri Arif Muhammad Khan, for gracing our occasion. I request all of you to rise up for the national anthem. ദേശീയ ഗാനത്തിനായി എഴുന്നേറ്റ് നിൽക്കാൻ ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളോട് അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
I thank you, our Honorable Governor, for gracing this occasion. As our Honorable Governor is leaving the dais, I request you all to please rise up, and also Dr. Sri D.M. Vasudevan, Sri Perimuttam Radhakrishnan, and Justice Sri M.R. Hariharan Nair to please accompany him. നമ്മുടെ ബഹുമാനപ്പെട്ട ഗവർണർ ഡയസ് വിടുന്നതിനാൽ എല്ലാവരോടും ദയവായി എഴുന്നേറ്റ് നിൽക്കുവാനും ഡോക്ടർ ശ്രീ D.M. വാസുദേവൻ, ശ്രീ പെരുമുറ്റം രാധാകൃഷ്ണൻ, ജസ്റ്റിസ് ശ്രീ M.R. ഹരിഹരൻ നായരിനോടും അദ്ദേഹത്തെ യാത്ര അയക്കുവാൻ അഭ്യർത്ഥിക്കുന്നു.